Hi, this is Joanne Hewins with lovetocreate.typepad.com, and I'm starting a second time. Let me see if I can get myself on here. Okay, we'll see if this is working. I'm going to start completely over so that I can use this tape. Hi again, Tina. And I'm going to talk to you about the cards that we're going to have for our free class or purchase class for March. So this is using the Springtime Joy stamp set that's on page 22 of the January-June catalog. And the three cards that we are going to have in that class are these. And they use different dies, but in the kits I will have those parts cut up for you and ready to go. All right, these are the kits. They'll look like this, and with a purchase of $50 or more using a specific Coast code, and I will have that in the comments, you will get this class for free. Or if you don't want to order from me, you can purchase the class for $15. The class, besides the three kits, will also have a PDF and links to videos for each of the cards showing you how to make them. And for my team members, the kits will be $10. Okay, and the kits will be $15 plus shipping. Now for my other class that I had, the shipping for that only ran about $1.60. I can't imagine that running any more than that for this class. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing beginning March the 1st. Okay, now for today, we are going to be using a stamp set that is available to demonstrators right now, but will be available for others in the future. Okay, Faith, I'm glad you could see them this time. I'm glad I started over. Now, I think they are cute cards. So the Butterfly Brilliance will be in the upcoming new catalog, but this is an early release for us. And this will be available soon to everyone. I was thinking that it was March, but I am beginning to doubt myself. So I'm going to look those dates up and I'll post that as well. The Butterfly Brilliance stamp set is all in one. I've got it on my Stamparatus, so let me pull that over. It's all in one, and then the dies have dies that will cut out each one of those separately once you stamp them all, or then they have more detailed dies that are going to cut out corresponding to the stamps here. They could be used together, but they cut them out in detail. So there you go. It's the Brilliant Wings dies along with the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. And what we're going to make today is a pop-up card. I had planned to do 2 cards. I'm afraid it may take extra time, so I'm going to work on this one, and then if I feel like we have time, I'll pull out the other one. I don't want to take forever. So this is the front of the card, and I know it's hard for you to see, but I'll open it up, and it pops up to when you open it. So there's really a little box that you make and put in the corner of the card. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be using the True Love paper for this. Let me show you this. In the dies, there are a couple other little pieces, And I just ran those through my machine a few minutes ago to see what they did. So one would cut out kind of a brick looking look. This one there are holes here. It's little slits like that. And then this one cuts out the little holes like that. So that's part of the Brilliant Wings dies. Okay, so let me show you the papers from the True Love. This is all in black and white. I've got pieces here of that. I love the black and white, and I love to pair it with one other color. I think that's just kind of classy looking. So we have the dots and the beautiful flowers that look so pretty colored with the blending brushes or blends, or even the pencils, colored pencils. So one side is kind of a design, and the other side is floral. Isn't that beautiful? Can you imagine that colored with blends? Okay, and here's more. Okay. Love these flowers. Love the stripes. And then here's more flowers. These flowers are easy to color, easy to cut out and just attach to a card. Just really pretty. And then we've got this diagonal with lots of daisies on there. So this paper is called True Love Designer Series paper. Okay. So let me also show you another set of papers that we're going to be using today. And this is the Oso Ombre Papers. This is part of the Sale-a-Bration. And it has papers that are gosh, what are the colors? Let's see. Bermuda Bay, Blackberry Bliss, Granny Apple Green, and Rococo Rose. So it has kind of the gradient or ombre look in a solid, and then it will have it in the dots. So, and of course it's back to back. Here's the Granny Apple Green, the Blackberry Bliss, the Rococo Rose, and the Bermuda Bay. But they have it in, it's just gorgeous. And remember, Sale-a-Bration just lasts until this Sunday. February 28th is the last day of Sale-a-Bration. So if you are wanting to get some of this free paper, you need to put in an order to get it for free. After Sunday, it's gone. So that's another one of the papers that we're using today. All right, let me pull out my kit. And we are going to be using black. I hope that you'll be able to see the things that we do okay on the black. But I will have all of the measurements and things on my blog post on Saturday so that you can see that. All right. Hi, Deborah Wilson. I'm glad you got your cards. I hope those other cards show up someday because I really did send them. Okay. This piece is basic black. It's 4 1/4 by 11. And I've scored it at 5 1/2. And I'm going to just bend that. You know, when you score, scoring is not perfect. So you still need to kind of match your corners down here before you use your bone folder to make sure it's folded straight and even. Now, this piece is... Okay, I did not write down the measurements for this, and actually I don't know where to score either, so hold on just a moment. I'm going to pull out the kit that I did for the other card because I have it in there and I have it already scored. So I can tell you that this is cut to 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. And we're going to score it. I that's one of the things I knew I needed to do, was write down all this stuff. 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, and we're going to score it on the short end because it's going to be going into our card with the 4 1/4. And so we are going to score that at, I'm going to write this down on my paper. Let me get a scrap. We're going to score that at 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. Okay, so we're going to do it at 3/4. Make sure you've got your scoring blade. 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3. Okay. And put that out of the way. And we are going to go ahead and just fold each one of these in and burnish that. Okay, so we've got all of those folded in, and you're going to see they're just going to make a box. So I'm going to fold this in with this thinner piece here, and I'm going to get my glue. Now you can use glue or you can use tear and tape with this. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that, Tina and Deborah. So I'm going to add my glue here. And then I'm just going to fold this over, and it should work just fine. Okay, so we have our square. Okay, now we want our square to go in with the seam in this back corner. So I want this seam here in this back corner. It just looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to write on my paper that this is going to be at the top, and this is going to be at the bottom. Now, of course, those words will be covered up. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's hope I put it in there the right way. But I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and work on the inside of the card, because you want to put this inside down. Well, got some glue in there. You want to put the inside down before you put the box. So I've got a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 here, and I'm going to add a little piece to the bottom of that. And I think I cut it a little bit too long, but that's okay. We can trim that. And I'm going to add a piece of the stripe to it. So we're going to cut. What I'm going to do is add a little bit of glue to the bottom of the stripe. And I'm just going to add the dots so that it sticks out a little bit. I'm going to try to even it up as best I can. And then this is going to go on the bottom of my card. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue across here. I'm going to fit that down in the bottom. And then I'm just going to pick up my paper and trim this back side. So just a little error there in measurement. It would need to be 4 inches though, because that's how wide your paper is. And then the saying that I'm going to use today in here is from the Happy Thoughts stamp set. Thank you, Faith. I do believe in finishing the insides of the cards as well. So this is Happy Thoughts. This is one of the $1 million winners, although I can't remember now which demonstrator helped to design this. And we're going to use this one. Today is great because it's all about you, the great person you are, the great things that you do. So we've got going to ink that up in our memento. Now remember that you're going to have that little box up here at the top. So come down a little bit for your saying. And I'm going to come down about here. Okay, that's not too bad. And then we'll glue that on the inside. Now, should you forget to do this inside first, you could always just cut this piece a little bit smaller to get it on the inside of your card. Okay, so I'm going to bring my box back in, and I want to put that at the top and that at the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I've got a little piece of the dots. These are each about 3/4, and I think I cut this at 5/8. And I'm going to add that along that side. See if I could pick that up. Okay, I feel like things are going a little wacky. I hope you all are okay out there. Okay, and I've got a little bit of glue showing, but I think it'll be covered up by our butterflies in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put glue where it says bottom. And of course, as I said before, you can use tear and tape for this. And I'm going to put this right up next to the fold. Now you don't want to cover the fold because you want it to be able to in fact, you can just lean it over like that and push it down real good. And you want it to be able to close. Okay? So now we're going to add glue here where it says top. Actually, I've gotten it. I don't have it on the top, actually, do I? Well, I guess I do. And then we're just going to pull down the top of the card over this. Now I see that mine sticks out just a little bit here on this side, and you can fix that just with a little trim of your snips. I don't think I'm going to worry about that right now. Okay, so when you open it up, you have your mechanism. Now it's not going to fold flat that way, but it will fold flat for you to mail it. Okay, and then when they open it up, they can just push it back a little bit and it'll stay open like this so they can see what they have inside there. So we'll come back in a minute and finish the inside, but we'll go ahead and work on the outside. So I have this Bermuda Bay paper cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And what we're going to do now is stamp. I'm glad you made the live post, Debbie. Okay, what I'm going to do is stamp that with the stamp that I have on the Stamparatus. Now, these are a little bit bigger than the 4.5 or 4 1/4 by 5.5. And to help me know exactly where I want to put my paper, I'm going to ink these up. And I'm going to stamp them right on this grid paper. And that way I'm going to know exactly where it's going to stamp on my other paper. Okay? So I'm going to lay this down. And because I can't really use my magnets on this paper, it's going to cover it all. I'm going to put just a little bit of tape there, and I'm just going to go over it with my fingers a little bit and get some of that stickiness off, because you want to be able to pull it back up. And I'm going to put this, I think, kind of where I see something coming out at all the sides. Okay, so I'm going to ink back my butterflies. And just push that down. And I kind of just want a light impression, just about like that on there. So I'm going to close that up for right now. And we'll add the strip that goes down through the center. This is from the True Love, and it is 1 1/4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Now, I use my grid paper when I do it, and I'm supposed to know how many boxes there are on each side, but I don't. So I'm going to just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to move it over, and it looks like it's 8 and 8. Okay, and so now I'm going to know to put my paper right where that line is, so that it's even on each side, and I can look down here at those lines as well and make sure that everything is straight. So I think that will do it there and there. Okay, and then I used, I went ahead and cut out some of these pieces to save a little bit of time. I used the diagonal paper and the largest oval die from the Stitch Shapes. If you don't have these, they're a must-have. I use them all the time. Even though we have new dies, these are good fallback dies. And I'm going to glue that to the front of the card. Okay. And then I think we're ready to glue this to the front of this card. Oops. I don't know if I just got my hair in there or not. I'm sorry if I did. Hello, Beth. How are you? Yeah, Beth, I had a false start and had to start over again, so I'm a little bit later maybe than I would have been. Okay, so we have this much done, and we are going to cut out our butterfly for the front of this, but we're also going to cut out some other butterflies. So I'm going to bring back in my Stamparatus, and I'm going to clean it because I want to use black for the rest. So I'm going to clean it with my chamois. And be sure you clean it really good. It won't matter so much with going from the blue to the black, but if I was going from the black to the blue, it would be really, really important that I get all of that black ink off. And I'm using the Memento Black. And I'm going to put some of the ombre down for this, because we want some of these butterflies for our thing. So I really drew, I don't know if you can see, I did some little lines here to show if I was going to put a paper in where it would go. So I'm going to use that. Hopefully I've got a little bit of the sticky left, because we might want to stamp this more than one time. And I think I can put my magnets out here. So I've got that stamped or inked up. And we're going to stamp all of our butterflies. This way we don't have to color them. And I think I'm going to stamp them again. We did have fun at the truck baby shower. I think we probably looked a little redneck, but hey, the shoe fits. And I did develop a cough, but I think I'm about over it. Okay. Now, I've already stamped a sheet of white with this, so I won't make you watch me stamp again. And like I told you a minute ago, the measurements for this piece of paper is a little bit bigger. I did it 4 3/4 by 6 to get all of those on there. Okay, so we're going to pull in the Stamparatus, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Let me get it right. The cut and embossing machine, and we're going to cut out our largest butterfly, this one, that's going to go on the front, and then we'll cut all of the other butterflies at one time with that one. So let me pull in the machine. Okay, let me move some of this out of the way. Okay, and we've got our base plate, that's plate number 1, our adapter, plate number 2, and then we have 2 clear plates. Now, just for you guys, I pulled out a new top piece. So we'll go ahead and cut out our butterfly first. Now, do you think it's going to pass through and cut in one time? Let's see how this new machine works. That's a lot of things to cut. Okay, and it did. It cut it all beautifully. All the pieces are just falling away. I don't have my little brush to brush, but I don't think I really need it. So there we are. There's our butterfly. Okay, so we are ready to, let me get these in the trash. And we're ready to cut our butterflies. So we have 2 sheets to cut. And I'm probably going to use some washi tape to hold this in place. And you do have to work a little bit to get it to look like it's okay for everything. Okay, I'm going to run that through. And we have all of our butterflies here. Lovely. And so now I'm going to bring in the white piece. I'm going to flip this over. We'll bring in the white piece and we'll get it set and run it through real quick. I'll just use the same pieces of tape. Okay, so we have all of these pieces, all of these butterflies. Okay, I'm going to just set that to the side. Oh, I hate to mess up that pretty plate. Okay, and we have a bunch of butterflies to choose from now. Let me get a couple off the floor. Okay, so all of these, put that out of the way. All right, so we're going to add this butterfly to the front. I'm just going to bend its wings a little bit, and I'm going to take my dimensionals, and I'm just going to cut off the side a little bit to go down the middle of the butterfly. And I've got it a little long. Cut that off. Okay. And then that will just go here in the middle of the card. Susan Hunsucker, you are going to love your cutter. I'm glad you ordered one. Did you see how easy that cut? Okay, now for the saying, I am using a stamp that is actually from the Punch Party stamp set. This is part of Sale-a-Bration. If you did an order of $300, then you would get this stamp set for free. Now, I do have a group of people who did order from me, and we've ordered enough to get this Punch Party, so I'm going to put the people who ordered under that last host code into a pot and pull one out, and they will get this stamp set for free. So I'll be getting another one. And we're using the Happy Birthday, which I already have on a stamp. Now, where did I get this? This is from the Messages dies, and I use this one right here. This is one that comes all in one piece, and you cut them all out at once. And sometimes when I have scraps, I'll just cut out some, and I've got them I don't keep them all in here, but I keep them in a container so I can just pull some out. Now, I also have kept this because it will help me when I'm looking at a stamp set. I can look and see, oh yeah, that Bravo would look great in that shape. And so it will help me, oh, look how nice that Heartfelt Thanks looks inside of this. So it's good to help me with other stamp sets besides the Messages stamp set that you can purchase. Okay, so we're going to stamp Happy Birthday on this one. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up to see the white on white. Okay, I think I've got a little smudge on there. I don't know if I could do any better if I turn it over. well, there's smudge on the back. Somehow or another, I get the black all over the place. So I'm going to pull in this little bit of the paper that I used for the butterflies, and I'm just going to cut a little 1/2-inch strip off of that, and I'm going to use that to frame my saying. So I think I might just go ahead and put the saying on there. And then I'm just going to take my scissors. To find my scissors. I've got my scissors, I've got 2 pairs of these, and they have different bows. The orange pair is my ribbon scissors, so I don't really want to use those, and I noticed a while ago I was. So I'm going to just cut a little angle here and a little angle here that's about the same on each side, and then we'll just add this to the front. Okay, so there's the front. Now I could have added a bow in here or some diamonds or some kind of embellishment. I was kind of thinking about mailing this, so I didn't want to add to the bulk so much. So I didn't do that, but you certainly could. So now let's work on the pop-up part. So what I did on that was I started, now you could take your blender brush and add some color to this. That might have looked better than what I did. You can decide, or whatever you wanted to do. I just chose to use the black and white, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom here. And I'm going to glue that. Now the thing about this is you want to make sure that when you close your card, it doesn't stick out on either of the sides. So kind of test it out and make sure. So I'm just going to hold that in there. Okay, and then I think I'll add, I'm probably going to do it pretty much like I did the other one. So I had a butterfly there, and just have to kind of hold it up and see where you can put the glue on there. Because of course if the glue sticks out over the edge, you're going to glue your card shut, so you don't want it to stick out, and you want to make sure that when you close it, it doesn't stick out there. But you can close it to push it down a little bit better. Okay, and then I'm going to pick another butterfly and just kind of add it this way. And what I can do when I get this all on there is go back with some glue dots and make it sturdier. So I'm going to add this. Make sure it doesn't go outside the edge. Looks like I may have a little bit of glue back there. Okay, and then we're going to put another white butterfly, black and white butterfly along the bottom here. And again, you want to make sure it doesn't go out over the edge. Okay, so there's our butterflies. And like I said, you can go back with take your pick tool and put some glue dots in here to sturdy that up a little bit, if you need to. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And you could even keep building if you want to and make it go up a little bit higher, I think we could probably add a butterfly this way. Let's see. I haven't tried this part yet, so we'll see. I'm going to put a glue dot on this other wing. Maybe make that go like that. Let's see. Yeah, so you could actually build it up a little bit higher if you wanted to. Sometimes I just don't know when to stop. Oh, no, I put that on the glue on the top, so I'd have to put that up there like that. Let's see. Okay, it closes. So there we go with this card. Okay, so I don't think we're going to go ahead and make the other card that I had planned. I'll show it to you, and I'll put it on my blog on another day. Actually, I need to fill things on my blog. So let me find it. And it was using the art gallery. It has the same oval. We added the flower. We used some of the fine art gallery designer paper. We used the painted texture embossing folder on this white. And then when you open it, it has the cards, or it has the flowers there. So I'll put this on my blog, and we'll do that another day. Okay? So today we made this card with the Happy Birthday and the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set, and the, let's see if I can find where I laid everything, the Brilliant Wings dies. And that will be coming soon to everyone, available to demonstrators now. Thanks so much. If you need supplies, please remember me at lovetocreate.typepad.com. I'll be so happy to help you with an order. And just have a wonderful rest of the day here in Conover, North Carolina. It is a gorgeous day, just gorgeous. So I think I'm getting ready to go outside for a while. Thanks so much. Go stamp something later today. Bye-bye.